One of the biggest mistakes that new people in the AI automation space makes, well, they take some product that they want to sell, like a widget or something, and then they don't focus on their ideal client. They try to push this AI service into their prospect's face and charge way too much for it. Because the reality is that a website widget standalone is only worth maybe $100 a month or something. And building a business on this is gonna be terribly hard. What do you do instead? Well, you sell it the right way. Let me explain what this means. Instead of selling a single AI service, you turn that around. You first focus on an industry, and then you focus on the pain points and the issues that people in this industry run into every single day. And this is not something that only takes a day of research. This is something that you continuously do as long as you are in this industry. Because you're going to talk to your clients, you're going to find new issues that you can solve with AI. And only after you have found the pain points, then you look at, okay, how can I solve these with AI? So you write down AI solutions. And only after you have found the pain points and you've created AI solutions for this, that's when you build it. So it takes a lot more work than just finding some AI services and then trying to find an industry, etc. based on that. Never do this, because you'll never be able to scale a reliable business using this. The way that you make money will always be to solve pain. So that's also the exact way that you should think when you build the service for your AI agency. Let's go through this in an industry. I'm just going to choose something like a restaurant. And here's the key point. Instead of selling it like a standalone service, you package it with multiple pain points and multiple AI solutions and multiple bills into one AI package. And this has a lot of names. Some people call it AI infrastructure. Some people call it a network of AI agents. But the main thing is that you have multiple different AI systems in one, because this means that you can go from charging $100 a month to charging $1,000+ a month. Because all of a sudden you're solving more pain points and you're making your client's life easier, which is what AI is all about. So let's take a restaurant business. Some pain points include that people don't keep showing up, so that they're not getting recurring revenue from their customers. Another pain point is that they're not getting any Google reviews. Another pain point is that they're not storing customer data, like they're not getting phone numbers, so they can't reactivate people, etc. Another one is that they are missing phone calls if they're very busy. Another pain is that almost everyone shows up in the window from like 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., which means that they're very busy at one point where they can't take more customers, but in the other times they can. So distribute customers on the time is also important. You can come with way more pains as you scale your AI agency and things that you can add to your AI package. Let's start with this one, missing phone calls. You could implement an AI agent that if a phone call is missed, the AI agent picks it up. It then takes their order and adds it to the system. And thereby, they're not missing out on orders. I'm going to give this a $1 for the pain it solves. Next thing is storing data. You could create an online booking system for them where they get the phone number, because in the future they're going to be able to reach out to that phone number and get more recurring clients. They're also going to be able to block slots off so they don't get too busy. They're going to be able to distribute when people actually show up. I'm going to give this a $2 because this is actually really important. Next thing is Google reviews. Imagine if you had an AI agent that could reach out to every single person that visited the restaurant and just reach out and say, hey, did you like the dinner? And if they say yes, then send them Google reviews. That's a big thing as well, because that's going to give them more customers. So having an AI agent that does that over SMS and just gets a bunch of Google reviews, that's also worth, give it $2 signs. And here comes the crazy thing that you can build on top of this. You can then have an AI agent that also works over SMS that reaches out, let's say once a month with an offer, and which says, hey, if you book between 5 and 6 p.m., I'm going to give you 20% off. And all of a sudden, you're going to have these campaigns and AI agents that keep reaching out to their customers and basically just gets more customers in the door. That's a $3 sign. And this actually solves both pains. It solves recurring revenue because it gets more recurring revenue in the door. But you can also do this where you distribute customers so they actually show up at times where they're usually not that busy. You can see all of a sudden we have added AI agents to their different pain points, which instead of just charging a low fee, we all of a sudden can charge way more. And what we then would do is that we would take all of these services, we would package it in AI, we could call it AI growth system. And for this, we could charge $1,000 a month. And we could build all of this inside of high level in just maybe 2 hours. Doing this exact thing is what we're teaching inside of our school community. And here we have AI agents that are already built, where you can literally just put some of them together, and then you have an AI growth system that you can sell. So make sure to check that out. But then this makes you literally 10x your revenue per client. And then another mistake that I see people make is that when they've built out one of these systems, they then go on to the next client and they find a client that's in a completely different industry where they don't have the same pain points. And they either try to sell this system to that client, or they create a brand new system. But where you really start to scale is if you find more restaurants that have the same pain points, where you can just copy paste this flow. There are some AI services like the Google reviews, the recurring revenue, that you can sell for more industries. But the most important thing is that you only sell to industries that have the same pain points. Because if you try to sell a service that a company doesn't need, that's why you can't sell it for very much, and you're going to have a very high churn. Learning how to package AI deals like this, finding pain points, and choosing the right industry is going to be one of the most high ROI tasks that you can do. Everyone just focuses on the tech, but if it doesn't solve a real pain, then it doesn't matter. If you want to learn exactly how to do this, or if you want me to look at what you're currently doing, then check out our community, and then just make a school post where you explain what you're currently doing. Because I answer absolutely all school posts. You can see I have no unread post inside of our school community. If that sounds interesting, I'll leave a link below. I hope you found it valuable. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe and have a wonderful day.